I made $6,100 today trading the NASDAQ, and I'm going to break down exactly how I did it using this one simple strategy. As always, let's start off with the proof. So these are the accounts where I executed the trade on. We can see these are 6 funded accounts with Apex. I'm currently up $6,000 on these 6 accounts, and on the week, I am up 15K. So this is execution. This is the trade that we are going to be breaking down. All right, boys, here we are on the chart. And the first thing that I'm always doing is identifying the higher time frame key levels and the higher time frame pools of liquidity. Now, starting here on the daily chart, I want to see, is there any higher time frame PD array? Where's the buy side? Where's the sell side? And what I had noticed heading into today's session is that we had a potential daily CRT. So I'm starting on the daily time frame and I'm working my way down. That is my top-down analysis. Now, I already have videos explaining how to identify CRT, but to give a quick little explanation, I want to see a good size candle. We want to have a good range. We don't want to have any small body, big wick like this candle right here. It needs to be a good size range, good size body. This is going to be referred to as candle 1, C1. Then in the following candle that forms after this candle right here, it's going to be referred to as candle 2, C2. Now I want to see if this candle can take out the high or low of this first candle and then close within the first candle's range. And as we can see, that is exactly what we have. So we have our C1, the second candle swept the low and then closed within the range of this first candle. Now, why this is important is because in the following candle, in this third candle that's going to open, I can anticipate price to run up and seek this first candle's high. Since we took out the low, I'm now going to anticipate price to seek the opposing range of this higher time frame candle. So we have a daily CRT. Overall, the daily chart, if you guys have not been under a rock, you guys know that the price action has not been the best. But even with that, setups are still delivering. And another thing, this trade that I took that I'm going to be breaking down was taken overnight. I'm going to explain why, but keep that in the back of our head, okay? So this right here establishes my drawn liquidity and it also establishes my bias. So my drawn liquidity is going to be the opposing range of this first candle, of this higher time frame candle. And then my bias, because of that, my bias is going to be bullish because I'm anticipating price to seek the opposite opposing range. And a quick tip with CRT is that when we have, in this case, a bullish CRT, I want to look to buy below the open and vice versa. If it was a bearish CRT, I would be looking to sell above the open of this third candle. So once this candle opens at 6 p.m., I'm going to be looking and hunting for longs below that open. And again, it would be vice versa if it was a CRT short. From here, I'm going to drop down to the 4-hour chart. So here on the 4-hour chart, I want to look for any higher time frame key level, anything that supports my idea of price delivering higher. And we do see, if we mark out these down close candles right here, that we have a 4-hour order block, price retraced into it, and we already see the reaction up off of it. So this is letting me know that we have potentially some bullish order flow. Price is using the down close candles as support, and we can already see we have violated some of the up close candles. So I want to look for continuation, see if we can get delivery higher. But so far on the 4-hour chart, this is good. This is confirming that we are bullish. Then I'm going to drop down to the hourly chart. And here on the hourly, I'm going to be looking for the same thing, higher time frame key levels. So we can see that order block, same as on the 4-hour chart, price retraced into it. And we see the reaction up off of it, violating some of these hourly up close candles and using some of the down close candles as support. If we zoom in a little bit, we can also see we have this hourly turtle soup. We have this stop hunt here. So we can mark out the manipulation using our projections, using our fib tool. And we can see that the -2, 2.5 line up with some of that higher time frame buy side. So I have more confirmation, more confluence that we should see delivery higher. So before we continue, there's something that I want to discuss, and it's why I took this trade that I'm breaking down, why I took it overnight, and why I'm not waiting for the New York session. So if we zoom in here, the reason is pretty obvious if we're looking at the chart here. Let's take a look at this price action here and compare it to everything to the left. This was during the New York AM session. So we can see that we had our 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. These are all our hourly candles. And look at these freaking wicks. Look at the bodies. These are the smallest bodies with the biggest wicks, which means on a lower time frame, this is a bunch of back and forth movement. This is not the first time this has happened. It's been quite a few times over the last 2-3 weeks. Whereas in comparison, we take a look at some of the price action overnight, like check this out. Look at the delivery from 8 p.m., 9, 10, 11 to midnight heading into London. Like, look at this delivery. We trade down, take out the sell side, immediate reaction higher, turtle soup on the lower time frame. There's some good setups that formed. I had noticed that the price action has not been that great during the New York session, and I realized that the delivery overnight has been a little bit better. So I focused on the overnight session. I wanted to see, would we get any good setup? Instead of forcing trades during the New York session, I adapted and said, okay, if New York is bad, I'm gonna hunt overnight. And if overnight is bad, then guess what? I'm not gonna take any trade. But I realized over the last few weeks that the overnight delivery has been better. There's been low resistance, liquidity runs, not a bunch of high resistance like we see right here. Like if we zoom in all the way, this is all back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But anyways, we're gonna continue now. But I did want to make it clear that I took this trade overnight because New York has been pretty freaking trash. So here on the 15-minute, we see something very similar. We see the turtle soup that formed, and we see that explosive reaction up off of it. And this was also off of that higher time frame order block on the 4-hour and the hourly chart. But zooming in here on the 15-minute, and this was the price action earlier today. Look at how garbage this is. Oh my goodness, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But no problem. Let's see if there's any good delivery overnight. So I've now dropped down to the 1-minute chart, and we have our 6 p.m. open. So the market is opened. We have our daily CRT. So I want to be looking to buy. I want to see if a setup forms, if we can get a long entry below this 6 p.m. open, which is our higher time frame, our daily candle. So this is our daily candles open. I want to look for longs below it, and we can see that we have some delivery lower. We cleared out some sell side, so we have a lower time frame stop hunt, a lower time frame liquidity sweep. Let's go forward a little bit. Okay, now there's something very important that happened here. Let's mark all this out. So we have our liquidity sweep. We have these equal lows that were swept. Low, low, low. So this is our sell side sweep. And then we have displacement to the upside. Now, why is this important? This forms a bullish change in the state of delivery, which is giving me confirmation of a change in trend. So this lets me know that price is gone from delivering lower to now we should see delivery to the upside. This is also important because your change in the state of delivery forms an order block. So now we have the creation of a bullish order block. All that's left is my entry. Let's forward a little bit, and we can see that price got a little push up. I want to see a retracement into the order block and into any imbalance. Let's take a look at some of the time frames. If we take a look at the 5-minute chart, we can see that we just formed a 5-minute BSC. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at the 3-minute. On the 3-minute chart, we formed another fair value gap. Another thing that we can see is we have a bunch of trendline liquidity. So this just adds confluence that price is likely going to deliver higher and clear out all of these buy stops here. And one more thing for confluence, we can use our projections. So let's get our fib. Let's mark out this lower time frame manipulation, the lowest swing point, the lowest swing low, up to the most recent swing high that formed prior to it. And we can see that our -2, 2.5 line up with all of this lower time frame buy side liquidity. Now it's all just patience, waiting for the actual entry model. So we can fast forward some more. And we can see price finally got the retracement into the order block and into some of those imbalances on the 3-minute and on the 5-minute chart. So my entry is off of the discount arrays. My stop loss is at the low of the discount arrays, below the imbalances, and at the low of the order block. And I'm going to target, we can target the projections, the higher time frame candle. Can also go for base hits, 50 points. This is $1,000 with 1 mini, which is my main TP. And if we look to the left, we can see that lines up with the -1 projection and all of these equal highs. So let's exit the replay mode and see what happens. And check this out. Beautiful delivery. Look at how nice this delivery was. Price retraced into the order block, into the imbalances. So we can take a look at the 3-minute, 5-minute, and we'll see that the fair value gaps lined up with the order block. We had a little bit of drawdown. I was in a little bit of drawdown. So let's see. I was in a drawdown about 20 points, which isn't really that much. I had a 30-point stop loss. And then we see beautiful delivery higher. There's no resistance here. In comparison, let's just go to the left a little bit. This is during today's New York session. Like, look at this. Look at how garbage this delivery is. Back and forth. And then we fast forward to overnight. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful low resistance liquidity run. We traded up into our projections, -2, 2.5. We cleared out all of that lower time frame buy side here, all of these equal highs. Let's take a look at what price has done since then. Ooh, this is live. This is going on live real time. So here, let me see. Let me move this over real quick. Let me move the camera over really quick. You can see if we take a look to the left right here, this is the live market open. This is real time. This is not replay mode. This is all happening live. So let's go back over here and we can see, man, we have pumped up 250 points. 250 points so far. All I needed was a piece of the pie. I don't need to catch the whole entire move. Just give me a little portion of it. And let's pull out the higher time frame chart so we can have them side by side. So we'll have the daily chart to our left, and then we'll have our lower time frame chart to our right here. We have our daily CRT. Well. Look at this third candle. We opened up, we have a little wick lower, and then price has exploded higher. What did I say at the beginning of this video? When we have a bullish CRT, we look too long. We look for our entry below the open of this candle. So what is the open of this candle right here? It is at about 29,800. Where was our entry at? 29,782. So about 20 points below the open. I am buying the wick. We can see that this entry model, that this setup formed, the hit model formed below the open of this higher time frame candle, which is perfect. We have our lower time frame sweep. We have our displacement, which formed a bullish change in the state of delivery. We were traced into the discount arrays, all those BISTs, all the order blocks, and then we see, oof, beautiful delivery higher. So let's summarize the hit model one more time. It's always going to start off with a higher time frame CRT. This gives me my drawn liquidity and my bias. These are two things that a lot of traders struggle with. How do I find my bias? How do I find my drawn liquidity? If you use CRT, it becomes very simple. Then I want to see if there's any other key levels. In this case, we had our 4-hour and our hourly bullish order flow. So price was respecting the down close candles on the higher time frame, which gives confluence for price to deliver higher. Then I'm going to drop down to a lower time frame and I want to see another sweep. So we have our higher time frame sweep in the CRT. And then when I drop down, see a lower time frame sweep. From here, I want to see price displace in the opposing direction, and then this is going to form a change in the state of delivery once price expands away from the last series of candles. In a bullish scenario, in a bullish setup, it's going to be when price expands up and away from the last series of down close candles. Then, after we have confirmation of a change in trend, I'm going to wait for price to retrace into an order block or imbalance. So this can be a fair value gap, a BPR inversion, all that good stuff. After that, I'll target a 1-to-1, 1-to-2, and that's basically it. And another rule that I can't forget, do not, never, ever fade the CRT. If you see a higher time frame CRT, whether it's on the daily chart, 4-hour chart, hourly chart, and you might have missed the move. So for example, if I had barely opened up the charts right now and I saw that we were in a bullish CRT and I can see that price is already delivered, I mean, let's measure this out again. 260 points. Well, guess what? I'm just going to sit out. I'm not going to say, okay, let me just short right here. No. I don't want to go against the CRT. If I do that, man, you're just asking to lose. And if you want to see more trade breakdowns, all you need to do is join the free Discord. There's a bunch of trade recaps. We have daily giveaways. We have a bunch of good stuff going on. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'd really appreciate a like, subscribe, share this with all your trading friends. And until next time, good luck and good trading.